Good evening. My name is Margaret Scaife. I am 63 years old, and I were back there when the civil rights movement was going on, and how I was in Carver High School in 1963. How that Friday when my dad had dropped me out for school, and how nobody was, all the pupil was outside, and I was wondering what was going on, and they were saying that we weren't going into school, that we was going to go downtown and march for for the civil rights. But I didn't do it because I hadn't got permission from my parents, so I went home. And then how some of my classmates did get in jail, and how they skeeted the water on them and knocking them down, and how I remember how we used to go downtown and to Newberry's and eat, and then we had separate places where we eat, and then you have to use if you want to go to the restroom, it had on the door, white and then colored. They used the word colored, and you could only go into that. And I was actually born. Okay, I was born in Mississippi, and how this is where my grandparents and all lived, and we would go visit, and if we wanted something to eat, we would have to go to the back door, and then they'll take an order. We couldn't go inside the restaurant, and then they'll bring it out to us. We had to stand outside, and they would bring the food out there to us. And I was like kind of fearful of eating it, because you never know what they did to it, us blacks can go in there. So it just been like, I thank God for now. But, and also, and I didn't think about my dad. My dad, he was afraid of the whites. And he would, like, even little children, he would say yes sir and yes ma'am to them. And this was his raising from my grandmother, because she raised him to be like that, to say, give reverence to even the white babies. He would say yes sir, yes ma'am, if they little babies. So I was like saddened about my dad all through life, even when he got adult and grown. Even before he died, he was afraid to talk to white people, and that lets you know how, back in his days, it was worse than what my generation, because like it's slavery, So it's just that our race have really been through a lot, but by God, being trusting God, God brought us, through, and we got to continue to trust God, even though, because it's still racist, is still the same. We still got some racist, people, and I've seen it because I worked in retail along about 30 something years, and I would like see them come in the stores, and we would have racist people where they wouldn't want me to wait on them, but it had to be like a white person. So I just it still exists now.
And what would you want the younger generation to remember about this event?
I want them to know. They need to know, where how see the young people, they're getting lax. They don't realize how hard it worked for the blacks. So the younger people today, they kind of got it easy, but don't forget, about this, because it's still going on, because I made a mistake and turned on Mississippi Burning Sunday night. And by looking at that movie, I said that a lot of young people need to see, because look, we got our own black young people disliking each other. Our race is just against each other. Look at this killing and stuff. We're killing up our own people. So they need to know, remember what we went through, and then look, remember Martin Luther King, what he was about, how he was telling he wanted everybody to live together. with love. And see, we still got to do that. But first of all, we got our young black children. They got to learn to love each other, their own race first. You know, it's all about love, but there's no love. You know, they're against each other now.
Alrighty. Thank you.